Pop the hood on a brand new 2026 vehicle, and something feels wrong instantly. You are not looking at a machine anymore. You are staring at layers of sealed plastic, hidden fasteners, and systems designed to keep you out. Before we go deeper, hit subscribe, drop a like, and tell me where you're watching from and what you think about this. Try to remove even a single cover and the problem reveals itself fast. Specialized screws, electronic locks, and components that are intentionally restricted. This is not poor design. This is deliberate. The era of fixing your own vehicle at home is being dismantled piece by piece. But why would companies do this? Because the real objective is not selling you a car. It is controlling you after the purchase. Manufacturers are quietly shifting the model from ownership to dependency. They are not just building vehicles anymore. They are building controlled ecosystems where every repair flows through them. And the worst part? Most people don't even realize it. In this breakdown, we will uncover the companies driving this shift, the tactics they use to lock you out, and the limited paths still available if you want real control over your vehicle. By the end, you will understand exactly what changed and what it means for you. Let's start with something simple. Years ago, replacing a small part like a window switch was trivial. You could grab one from a scrapyard, plug it in and move on. No complexity, no restrictions, just function. Today, that same process fails. Install a replacement part in many modern vehicles, and the system rejects it entirely. Not because it is broken, but because it is unrecognized. Each component now carries a digital identity. When installed, the vehicle scans it. If it does not match approved records, the system disables functionality. So what do? Here's where it gets expensive. You take it to the dealer. You pay labor. They connect a computer. They authorize the part. Nothing physical changed, but access did. Ask yourself this: if the part works perfectly, why does it need permission? Because this is not about reliability. It is about control over parts distribution and repair revenue. Independent fixes are being eliminated, and the secondary market is being squeezed out. But software was only step one. Before locking systems digitally, manufacturers redesigned the physical layout itself. Routine maintenance is no longer routine. Take something as basic as replacing a headlight. What once required seconds can now involve removing panels, liners, or even structural components just to reach it. On some vehicles, even checking fluid levels has been removed from user control entirely. Why remove something so basic? Because when you cannot verify or fix things yourself, you rely on them, and reliance generates revenue. Then comes one of the most extreme examples: repairs that require separating the vehicle body from its frame. What used to be manageable at home now demands specialized equipment worth thousands. A simple issue becomes a massive labor cost overnight. Now consider batteries. You might assume replacing a battery is still simple. It is not. Modern vehicles monitor battery behavior through software. Install a new one without proper system registration, and the vehicle treats it incorrectly, often shortening its lifespan dramatically. You are no longer maintaining a machine. You are interacting with a locked system. And this is where things get even bigger. This strategy did not start with cars. It started in agriculture. Large farming equipment introduced software restrictions years ago. Farmers who owned expensive machinery found themselves unable to repair minor issues without manufacturer intervention. Imagine losing valuable time during critical seasons because a machine refuses to operate without authorization. That is not a mechanical failure. That is enforced dependence. The automotive industry saw the model and adopted it rapidly. Now vehicles enter restricted modes based on sensor readings, forcing visits to authorized service centers. So let me ask you, are you driving a vehicle or accessing a service? And it does not stop at repairs. Features themselves are becoming controlled access points. Some manufacturers are charging recurring fees for functions already built into the vehicle. You paid for the hardware, but usage still requires permission. Where does that leave the everyday driver? We are now seeing a growing underground movement. Independent technicians are finding workarounds. Owners are preserving older vehicles longer. Communities are sharing knowledge to bypass restrictions, because people still want the ability to fix what they own. So here is the reality. Modern vehicles are no longer purely mechanical objects. They are controlled platforms. The manufacturer holds the keys, digitally, legally, and financially. If that direction continues, traditional ownership disappears. But you still have a choice. You can support policies that protect repair rights, or you can choose machines that were built before these restrictions existed. Because once control is taken away, getting it back becomes much harder. The system is changing. The question is, will you accept it? Because once control is gone, it rarely comes back. If this made you rethink ownership, hit like, subscribe to Analog Assets, and tell me in the comments where you're watching from. Because here, we follow the winds of thought that others ignore.